Oh, when the Saints marching in, when the Saints go marching in.
First opened in 2017. Here's a look inside the one-of-a-kind setting for football. That is Mercedes-Benz Stadium here in Atlanta, the home of the Falcons. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the New Orleans Saints and the Atlanta Falcons. Game time is here. Glad you're with us. Mike Tirico along with Greg Olson. And we are underway here in Atlanta. And no chance to return this one through the end zone for a touchback. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. On the carry, this is Tyler Algier. They converge on him quickly. He'll only get a couple. James Pierce in on the tackle.
2 yards on the pickup. It's second and 8 at the 37-yard line.
So, from the 37, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go now. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll go right back to Algier. And he's going to take this past the 45. That's good enough for a first down.
Really nice explosive play there on the ground. And tell you what, for these fans sitting in the stadium, they're not used to seeing their home team pushed around. So continue to be physical at the line of scrimmage. Mix in the runs with the pass. And if they can continue to generate these big explosive runs, I don't think they need to go away from it.
Now, faking the give. That'll be caught. It's Tyler Algier. And he's going to be out of bounds at the 41. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the mark. Another first down.
So the rule of thumb, so often when you call these play-action passes, Mike, is that the guy you fake it to, he tends to be wide open more often than not. It's exactly the case here. Dump it off to the back in the flat, and he does the rest.
Set to go now on 1st and 10.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
On the ground, it's Algier. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming. And he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
We'll go again here with Algier. And he will not be able to get free. Picking up only a yard. Now, it's 3rd down. Look to throw. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. This will be from 56 yards away. And that is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless ball game.
And that's just a tough way to finish off what was a good opening drive. And obviously, as a kicker, you have to have a short memory. But you can bet he'll be thinking about that one the rest of the way.
They'll run it for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And this play going nowhere. He is taken down behind the line of scrimmage on their first play of the game.
A loss of a yard.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger. Ready.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start.
Ready, set.
From just shy of midfield, here's second down.
Come on, set. Pad the 60, pad the 60.
From the gun, here is Penix. For the left side, he gets back to Mooney. And the tackle's going to be made down at the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10. It's good for a Falcon first down.
And it's his first catch of the game, and it ends up being a good one. All week long, we talked about how this dominant secondary wanted to take away their best targets. And he continues to make plays like that. Their top 10 ranking could take a hit by the end of this one.
Flags come in. Looks like there was movement on the right side of the O-line. Shotgun snap, and they'll give it to Robinson. Not much. Second and long coming up.
Tackle made at the 44-yard line. A gain of 2. Brings up second and 13.
Tag. 70 Lion. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
From the gun, it's Penix. Complete. Former first-round pick Drake London with the catch. And he'll be very close to a first down. Won't quite have enough, but now a much more advantageous spot.
Just a really good play design that time, Mike, from the offensive coordinator. They match up one of the most explosive playmakers in the NFL with a hook curl defender, and he's just not able to match up with one of the best route runners in the league.
They'll try to run for it with Robinson. And right to the 25-yard line. That is enough for the first down. So they pick it up on the ground, and the drive keeps going.
I know it's early in this game, but in my mind, that's 4-down territory. And certainly now the coach doesn't have to make that decision. He keeps it on the ground on 3rd and short, gets a fresh set of downs, and now they got to see if they can come away with some points.
They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry, and he's going to be bottled up quickly after a gain of about 1. Osa Odigizua there on the tackle.
Second and 8.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 8.
Let's go. Cowboy 80. Let's go.
Now Penix. He's got this to Bijan Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but we have a chance for the first points of this game as they've set up 1st and goal.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Go.
They'll run with Robinson. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Great job here by this linebacker, Mike. There was no reading and reacting. From the snap, he was attacking. Meets the ball carrier right at the line of scrimmage. No gain.
Here we go, here we go. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
On second down, here's Penix. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked, and with that pressure getting there in a hurry, just ends up being a wasted down.
60 Bobcat, 60 Bobcat. Liking 18.
On third and goal, it's Penix. And that is incomplete.
Great pass rushers live for third down, especially when they know the offense has to be one-dimensional. And this is a great example here, Mike. They can just pin their ears back and go. They know there is no threat for run. It is a must-pass situation. And for this offense, they're lucky it didn't result in a sack. Yeah, he does a nice job handling that kick there, but I think offensively, you come back to the sideline and you're thinking, we have to find a way to finish these drives. I mean, to be in first and goal and settle for 3, that can be very deflating for an offense settling for too many field goals.
This is fielded inside the 5. And he will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 18-yard line.
The tight end motioning left here. They'll start on the ground with Algier. And that's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
From the 25, here's second and 3. Now they'll set up to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight ends. And to be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. It's the Saints with the football here as quarter 2 begins. As they've got it with first and 10. They'll look to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 7. Run here with Algier. And he's going to get first down, taking this one up past the 40-yard line.
It's a gain of 8.
Second down at these distances, Mike, you pretty much anticipate a pass, and I think that's what the defense was lined up thinking. In this case, they leave a little too much room on the ground, and the offense is able to pick up a first down.
On first down, they'll stay with Algier on the ground. He'll work his way ahead for a gain of about 4.
You know, it's easy to sit up here and say, hey, just keep running the ball. They've been efficient, just kind of wear down this defense by 1,000 different paper cuts. But the problem is, it's only contingent upon your ability to keep the score down. So if you want to continue to run the ball this often, you're going to have to look to their defense to play really well.
And he'll be marked down at the 45-yard line. The screen works for 10 yards and a first down.
Really nice job there, Mike. I mean, he sees the blitz coming and just gets the ball out of his hands. Understand where your outlets are. It results in an easy pitch and catch and move the chains.
Throwing now from the gun. That's taken in by Brown. And no chance to turn and go. That one good for just a couple.
So they have these rules for the receivers, Mike. They call them green grass rules. And the idea is if you're running across the field and you're looking at the quarterback, you're going to stay on the run. If you're not looking at the quarterback, that tells him, I'm going to sit in this slot zone. I'm going to what they call punch and pivot and stop. And that tells the quarterback to put the ball on your chest. That nonverbal communication between the receiver and the quarterback, recognizing when you're open, stay open, that's the stuff that makes a lot of these offenses so difficult to defend.
This is 3rd and 6.
Let's go now. Cougar 19.
A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. He's got his tight end. That's Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they're going to mark him inside the 10-yard line. That is a big gainer for the Saints. 33 yards.
If you want to score points at a high level in the NFL, you have to generate explosive plays. And after that big chunk pass play, they find themselves now down there in the red zone. And this is where you have to finish drives.
They'll run for the first time with their fullback. Nothing there. He is fortunate just to get back to the line. Now it's 2nd and goal.
Leads to 2nd and goal at the 7-yard line.
Let's go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll work the middle here with Algier. And this defense trying to stiff it. He gets back to the line, and that is it. 3rd and goal coming up.
And after putting together what's been a long and methodical drive, they suddenly find themselves on the verge of potentially stalling out. So this defense, they can get a stop here. That would feel like a pretty big win on a drive that's largely been dominated by the offense.
19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Throwing here on 3rd and goal. And that is incomplete.
Teams practice these situations all week long, Mike. Down here in the tight red zone, you find yourself inside the 10-yard line. You're thinking, we've got to come away with a touchdown. Well, after that 3rd down incomplete, it's going to be real interesting to see how they approach this 4th down after failing on 3rd. It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through, and they get 3.
So the field goal draws us even. It is now 3-3 as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. Woo! And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line.
Got it. Ready? Come on. Set. Panther 60. Panther 60. Check. Hey. Ready?
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. That is incomplete. No way to force the football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up 2nd down.
And their offensive struggles just continue to show up time after time here in this 1st half. It's going to be hard to sustain drives when you continue to put themselves in holes on these early downs like they did here.
Now Penix to throw on 2nd down. Left side in the hands of London. And they'll get about 8 out of that one, but still a little work to do now on 3rd down.
A gain of 9 brings up 3rd and 1.
Go! 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Check go.
Back to throw. Here's Penix. And that is incomplete.
I think he predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
That one hit inside the 10, but it bounces forward into the end zone. Bring it back out to the 20-yard line. Slot man gonna move in motion left. Go right side to Olave. And he'll be brought down up around the 38-yard line. First time these two have connected this afternoon, and it'll wind up being a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Algier. And he'll get back to the line of scrimmage at best. Might have even lost a yard there. Now a timeout, Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll get together prior to the second down play. He'll drop to throw. Oh, he's going to be followed up and taken down. They got him. Walker, he's able to force the big loss on the sack, and it sets up third and long. Blitz coming, he'll throw it. He's got his man, that's Olave. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. How about that? Third and a mile. And they convert and pick up a first down. Here's Algier. And good hard running there. He'll push his way forward. Gain of about 5. They'll stop it here. We have an injured Saint on the play. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff to get a chance to look him over during the break.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles.
They'll throw out of the gun. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete.
I know it fell for an incompletion, but pretty impressive. He was able to push that ball really far downfield as he was being hit. Really says a lot about the arm strength that this quarterback has.
Third and 5.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
Back to throw. Here's a screen taken in by Algier. And he's going to be taken down short of the marker. That is going to set up an interesting fourth down decision. Cade York and the field goal unit coming on the field. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. The Saints now going to try a field goal here. This is going to be a 51-yard attempt. York's kick is good. And the Saints get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there.
At their own 25-yard line.
Okay, break. 60 Bobcats, 60 Bobcats. Ready. Cowboy 80. Let go.
And the lefty panics on first down. Now, deep ball for London. That is brought in. And he'll be brought down after that big game, but the marker is down. This one probably coming back.
Come on, set. 19's put.
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. Working across the field, he's got London. Now the Falcons will use their third and final timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in this second quarter. Second down and 3.
Go. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Go.
From the gun, here is Penix. And that one is complete along the boundary. Good job of getting those feet in back.
Certainly not the biggest gain by any means, but he does a really nice job getting past the sticks, keeping his feet in bounds, and ultimately picks up the first down.
Ball out to the 35-yard line as they come up for 1st and 10.
Panther 60, Panther 60.
From the gun, it's Penix. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
So that guy in the slot, Mike, yes, he has to have great reaction times. Yes, he has to have great quickness and speed. But because he's typically facing the shiftiest and highest targeted player on the opposing offense, he has to have great instincts. That's what we saw there. His reaction time and his anticipation allowed him to jump that route, get his hands on it, and snatch one of those targets away.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Saints going to use their second timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Space getting tight here, down to the 13-yard line. They work 1st and 10.
70 Lions.
Red zone now. He'll drop to throw. Jalen Walker. He's able to get to the quarterback for the second time here in this first half. New Orleans, 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop with 17 seconds to go in half number 1. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
He'll look to throw. That is caught. And he's very close to a touchdown. They mark him just shy of the goal line.
70 Lions.
First down goal, New Orleans.
And he's in. Touchdown Saints. That's the 5th touchdown for him on the year.
And that's a bit of a gamble, but I really like the aggressive play call. Understanding here before the half, we don't want 3. We're trying to come away with 6, and he foregoes the field goal try. They take a shot in the end zone, and they come away with a touchdown.
So we reach the intermission in what has been an entertaining one to this point. Back with the second half in just a moment. Both teams ready to get back at it as we get back underway here on EA Sports. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
Ready up. Let's go now. 60 Eagle, 60 Eagle. Check go.
On 1st and 10, it's Penix. There's Kyle Pitts with the grab. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down.
All right, so anytime you're facing the blitz, the best thing you can do as an offense is just get the ball out of your hand. Get into the hands of receiver, run after catch. In this case, nice job by the defense, rallying to the ball. Modest gain.
Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
They run over center with Robinson. And he's going to pick up the first down across midfield and down at the 49.
And the offensive line does a really nice job winning this play at the point of attack. And once he got the ball, all he had to really do was just find a crease and hit it, and he's able to pick up the first down.
Half the 60, half the 60. Go.
On first down, right back to Robinson. And he gave one man the slip, and he's going to take this one forward to pick up the 3.
Henderson on the tackle. It's a pickup of 3. It brings up 2nd and 7. That's a Saints 45-yard line.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's 2nd down and 7.
Go. 60 Eagles. 60 Bison. 60 Bison.
Going back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he will get forward for about 5 yards. That sets up 3rd down.
That's a gain of 5.
And while that run wasn't anything really to write home about, what it allows them to do, Mike, is keep everything in the playbook at their disposal. 3rd and short, now it's up to these coaches to dial up their best short yardage play and extend this drive.
They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard.
19 Tigers. Tag. Bronco 80.
Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have that Falcons first down by a couple of yards. Able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
Ready. Cowboy 80. Ready.
To throw is Penix. That's caught right side. It's London. And they're going to take this into the red zone to the 15-yard line.
These are the kind of plays that when you draw them up on the chalkboard, Mike, they all look great. But if you can't protect long enough, you're never going to get the receiver. I mean, think, he started on the left side of the formation in the slot, and he has to run all the way across the field to the right 3rd. I mean, that takes a lot of time. Let's give a lot of credit to the big guys up front.
Ready, ready. Lightning 18.
Up the middle they go. And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down.
He was brought down at the 13-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8.
Come on. Set. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger.
Now Penix. That's to the end zone, but they cannot connect. It's incomplete. Drake London was the intended receiver there. And it's going to be 3rd down.
We see this time and time again in the NFL, Mike. You want to play quarterback at this level, you better figure out a way to be able to bounce back following a bad throw, a bad series, a bad game. And in this case, he's got to bounce back from a pick on the last drive, and he's got to find himself some easy completions and settle himself back into this one.
That's over the middle and intercepted. Picked up by Rzsl Saints. And a good return here as he is out of bounds up at the 45.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But, boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their positions.
And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 30-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
First down, Saints.
Let's go. 70 Lions.
They'll motion their tight end Johnson. They'll look to throw here on first down. They look middle here, and there's Olave. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A nice throw by the rookie from Nebraska. It results in a first down. They're at the 17-yard line now for first and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They motion the slot man left.
Go.
Throwing now on first and 10. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. Hand off, it's Algier. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
So there's multiple factors, Mike, that make blitzes successful. So, of course, there's the initial design. Can you attack the vulnerabilities of the offense's blocking scheme? And then in this case, the next phase is the timing. You can see this linebacker knew exactly when that ball was going to be snapped. The offensive line had no chance to identify and pick him up. And
that's over the middle and intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Queen. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
Intercepted. The Falcons take over first and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Let's go now. Bronco 80.
Play action. It's Penix. In trouble, and down he goes. Chase Young in there to drop him. Loss of 5 to start the drive.
impressive play by the defensive end here, Mike. It's his technique. It put him in position to not only make the play, but it's that closing speed that's allowed him to finish it off.
On second down, here's Penix. That's caught left side by Penix. Well, that helps. It's going to be a much more manageable third down, getting some good yardage on that second down play.
It's actually a really nice job there on second down, putting this into a third and more manageable down and distance. Remember, they suffered that first down sack, and so often that can derail the drive, but they got a chance here to pick this up and maintain possession.
They'll come up to 3rd and 3.
Panther left down. Cougar 19.
Throwing is Penix. That one on target to Davis. He's got it.
This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
Here's 1st and 10.
Panther 60. Panther 6. Go, Reed. Go. Set go.
We'll go play action now with Penix. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete.
So after their defense gives them a gift on their last drive and gets them the ball back and on the field, they nearly return the favor following that dangerous throw of their own. And at this point, they're lucky to walk away with just an incompletion.
70 Lions.
Penix going to throw again. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch through contact.
After back-to-back incompletions, they now face 3rd down and 10.
Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
To throw again, it's Penix. This one broken up. It's incomplete. Good job separating the receiver from the ball, and it is 4th down. The Falcons sending out the field goal unit. This one from 43 yards away. He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Falcons are back within a score. They trail now by 6.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And he's down at the 23, and that's where the offense will take over. We'll go 3 tight ends here on 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
They'll send the tight end in motion right. On 1st down, they'll start out with Algier. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Dropped for the loss of a yard.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on 1st down, but that's exactly the case here.
Throwing now from the gun. Throw left side, that's Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. 14 on the pickup. 1st down, New Orleans.
Every quarterback's dream is, can I get the ball out of my hand as fast as possible and get it to a guy that can do the rest after the catch? And it seems like nowadays, throughout the entire league, the best offenses thrive in yards after the catch.
And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
Depending on the situation or the down and distance, Mike, the linebackers have different reads. Sometimes they read the offensive lineman. Sometimes they read the running back. In this case, his read brings him right to the play. He's able to make a big stop and keep the game to nothing.
They'll go right back to Algier. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this 3rd quarter of play. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. This crowd into it now as we get to 3rd down. Now they'll set up to throw. And that is incomplete.
When you get the ball in this situation, what you're looking to do is not only end the drive with a touchdown to put the game away, but you'd love to chew up some clock. So with that incomplete pass now likely putting an end to this series, that's a big opportunity for them to try to close this game out.
And he couldn't get that one to check up. It'll keep bouncing into the end zone. It's a touchback. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. They'll throw. It's Penix. Now a screen going to be set up for Robinson. And he's going to be marked down up around the 33.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
And he works past the 40, taken down after a gain of 7.
Yeah, so I think as you look back over the course of this game, it's really been the inability of this offense, Mike, to create any sort of balanced attack to get anything going. And whether you look at the rushing yards, whether you look at just the points scored, this offense has to find a way going forward to generate more big plays and more balance, both run and pass.
And he will have the 1st down. Not a huge run, but enough to move the chains.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
Here we go, shot. Panther Street. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Let's go.
Another run here for Robinson. And he'll get nothing here. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
The speed and the get-off by the big interior defensive tackle, Mike. I mean, he got through there so fast, he almost took the handoff himself.
Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11.
Ready? Viking 18. Hawk 70. Hawk 70.
Looking to throw, it's Penix. This throw pulled in by Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A pickup of 12 yards. First down, Atlanta.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get them the ball, pick up the first down.
And he'll take this forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
Got it. Ready? Go! Alert! Hey! 19 Tiger! 19 Tiger! Ready, ready?
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to pick it up. Take it down inside the 35 for the first down.
So, Mike, you know by now my philosophy on 3rd down. If it was up to me, I don't even want to be in 3rd down. I want to get all of my conversions on 1st and 2nd down and be able to stay in those neutral down situations. So it's exactly what they do here. They lean on the ground game and pick up a fresh set of downs.
They'll throw on 1st down with Penix. They'll look to set up the screen here. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
Here in the 4th quarter, you just can't predict how many possessions you have left, so you can't let any of them go to waste. So far, this has been a fantastic drive. It's a drive that they desperately needed. They continue to throw the ball like that. They got a chance to take a late lead here in the 4th quarter.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down.
Gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Ready? 60 Eagle! 60 Eagle! Hey! Smash Bravo! Get up!
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down.
Let's go now! Panther 60! Panther 60! Street! Street! Check go!
Out of the shotgun, it's Penix. And on 3rd down, that ball incomplete.
I like the idea of taking your shot there on 3rd down, pushing the ball downfield, looking for the touchdown. But now as it brings up 4th down, you're already this close. You're in field goal range, but do you keep that offense on the field and try to maintain possession and see if you can come away with 6?
Let's go! Cougar 19! Hut, go! Hut!
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. And that's going to be incomplete. They had to take that chance. Trailing here in the 4th. They will turn it over on down.
And this is a tricky call for this coach. A field goal doesn't do you a lot of good, but a touchdown does. So I don't hate the call. But great job by this defense coming up with a stand and getting the ball back.
Slot man in motion right. They'll start by going forward with a pop pass. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 25. First time they've looked his way all game long. He comes through with the grab and a first down. Now Algier. And he'll bring this across the 30-yard line. It's a pickup to 4.
He's tackled at the 32-yard line.
Here's a 2nd and 6.
Second and 6.
Go! 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
And the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And the defense is going to come up with it. Maybe the break they need here in the 4th quarter.
And with all this talk about ball security, I can tell you firsthand, Mike, a lot of it just becomes mental. It's like the more you think about it, the more you stress it in practice, it almost gets worse. It's one of those things that when it starts to spiral, it's just hard to pull yourself out.
The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. Trying to get it to Kyle Pitts. It's 2nd down.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because think, Mike, they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
As he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down.
So this is where it gets really challenging as an offense. You find yourself trailing late in the game. The defense can play you one-dimensional. They know it's a pass-first situation, so extra defensive backs, the zones and the coverage are a little bit tighter and cloudier, and he's having a hard time finding any open windows downfield. I'd say one of the most critical elements of a dynamic offense, Mike, is how efficient are you on 3rd down. It's something these teams stress all week. There's an opportunity to continue to extend this drive. The defense wins this time and brings up 4th down.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down.
Here we go, here we go. 60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Take off.
They're going on 4th down. It's Penix. That's going to be incomplete. They felt compelled to go for it on 4th and long. That was a big ask, and the defense turns them away. There. He's back to the original line. No gain on that. Now a timeout. Atlanta. That's their first. And they'll get together prior to this 2nd down play.
Let's go. Bravo 80. Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. Rush comes. They're setting up the screen. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. A pickup there of 25 yards. It's good for a Saints 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative. Just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10.
Let's go now. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Now a give up the middle. And they'll take this down inside the 35. give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down.
This is the moment in the game, Mike, where it really matters to have a run game. You find yourself winning here late. You want to try to run the clock out and finish with the ball. And boy, do they ever. Give credit to this offensive line and running back. They came through when their team needed them the most.
Ready? Cougar 19.
They'll stay on the ground. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 13 more on that carry. He is churning out the yards. And another first down. So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Panther 60. Panther 60.
They'll stick with him again. This time the sledding becomes a little more difficult. They're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Falcons go ahead and take their second timeout as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 4th quarter. Only one timeout remaining for the defense as they take a knee. So this one a win for the visiting Saints. They get the victory away from home in the division. Those are so valuable. And they'll get another shot in their place next time later in the season.